Get back in here, I pray. I just tried to go live, which that was God that ended the last live because not only was I in my vehicle and it was getting stupid hot, but my battery died. So I'm now within my living dwelling unit and just thought that I would come back on because I still got some explaining to do. So let me go turn this dryer on. Let me get the towels. Woo, story of my life is doing capes and towels. Let me get the rest. And I pray you all have gotten some water because hydration is key to all things. Get in here. Get in here. I'm just getting the towels. I'm a normal YouTuber. You know, I don't get on here trying to pretend and fake the funk and do all that stuff. I'm very down to earth, very authentic. Eric! Hi, Eric. How are you doing on this beautiful Sunday after Father's Day? Happy belated Father's Day. Thank you. I'm about to level up because I'm not gonna lie. You know, I used to be real broke, Eric, struggling. You know, my parents were not rich. I tell people, some people be like, I was born with a silver spoon up in my mouth. Oh, well, mine was rusted. You know what I'm saying? I was raised different. So I always wore fake jewelry. And I used to idolize individuals that wore real jewelry. And I had an aunt, actually. Shout out to my Aunt Pat, who she used to be laced in gold. I mean, Aunt Pat used to have like, I only have 3 holes, but she'd have like 5 holes on each ear. And Pat had a ring, no, I mean, nose ring. I had one before. I think I'm gonna go back because now I can afford to put a real gem in my nose. But I changed all that stuff over the course of my career because I realized that I needed to change my image. But the gold jewelry thing, I'm very proud of because I buy my own gold, Eric. I used to think that I had to wait on a man to buy my flowers and my gold and my bags. I do all that myself. I mean, that's a choice, but you definitely gonna probably do without in life. You sitting around waiting on a man to do these types of things for you. So I was on a little while ago, everyone, and I was really diving deep as usual. Y'all know when I get on here live, you might get lucky and catch me in my professional form, my persona that I'm real good at in my salon with these clients. I'm super duper professional. I think I'm so professional, it, it's unduplicatable, unfuckwittable. You feel me? Because I got stylists telling me to my face. They be like, "You do what?" And then I show them like, "Listen, scalp scratching is something that our ancestors did years ago. It was a part of hair caring, you know, because back in the day nobody was wearing extensions, maybe wigs, you know, but the extension thing just wasn't a part of the game back in the 70s, 60s, and 70s. So the reason for coming on, like I said, was I was really wanting to just explain why Miss Tanya is the way she is, like with the gold. You know, I've just seen things, I've been exposed, my eyes have seen so much in life that I like. And I'm able to now, I've always been about yin and yang. I don't know if you all have noticed the logo. This ain't my logo. I support other brands. But my logo is the yin and the yang. There is a reason it's not a hair silhouette or some shears or a blow dryer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. My story runs deep. I am a real holistic woman. I don't just use the word for clout for my business. I don't just say I'm holistic or say I offer holistic products and services and education when I don't. You know what I'm saying? I have, I am your holistic alternative solution on a lot of different things, y'all. So, like the live, quit just watching me. You're supposed to jump on and like it. Because I know how to act on here too. I just had to explain this to somebody this morning. I told her, I said, don't pay attention to how I be looking and acting on YouTube. I'm monetized, fully monetized at that. So I watch the money increase every time I go live because all my lives are monetized, all my videos, my shorts, all that's monetized now. Getting ads on everything. It's just slow money over here. Hey, y'all, YouTubers, Facebook pays way more, way faster, like 5 times more in a month's time. It's taken me like forever to make $100 on YouTube. You can make $100 on Facebook in one day. I'm over 4 million views over on Facebook. So I thought Facebook was like, bleh, it's cracking. It's cracking over on Facebook. But listen, y'all, man, I like gold because I had comparisons back in the day. Back in the 70s and early 80s, there was only two type of jewelry. There was silver and there was gold. Period. All this new booty stuff came about years later, like platinum. That wasn't a part of the jewelry game back in the 70s and the 80s. Rose gold. That stuff looks tarnished to me. That's not what's up to me. I think, look, I got 2 watches because a dude bought me a watch. You want to see it? I got another replica of the rose face. I told him that's a little girl color. I think pink is for little girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown ass. I didn't mean to cuss. I don't need to cuss. My dad says I got to stop cussing, and that's true. But I realize I got options in life, y'all. That's what holistics is all about, is looking at the whole, not just one thing. Those are closed-minded individuals like, nope, they said use conditioner, so I don't care that my hair is still crunchy and brittle and not staying straight and it's shedding all over the place. I don't care that I have to braid it because it's so unmanageable. I don't care. Hey, we're Americans and we get to do what we want to do. Don't nobody control our thoughts but you. You control your own thoughts. You control your own actions. I guess I didn't realize that in my early on days. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a Tanya in my life to come on a YouTube channel and just listen to somebody share their experiences with me that makes me think differently, that's talking to me about my hydration. My own doctor don't talk to me about my hydration. I got a whole fitness trainer that I pay every month, and you ain't talking to me about my hydration. My mother is not talking to me about my hydration. My sisters think that we should not drink water anyway. So you need a Miss Tanya in your life to help you with these waters. So back to the origin. Just wanted to explain like why Miss Tanya has changed the game for me. That's what we're supposed to do when we get out of beauty school. You know, I got so many individuals over on Facebook noosing me because I don't use conditioner. That's what we was taught to use on the mannequins in beauty school. And do you know how many clients don't realize the fact that our license that we don't retest, refocus, review, nothing on year after year after year, all you got to do is just pay this money to get these different dates printed on this piece of paper? And, and, and we took the test on a mannequin. I mean, it would be real cool if we at least got to test on one human person, even if it was a white girl. At least let them be alive. Dang. And then the practical was multiple choice, y'all. It wasn't like we had to write the answer in. Come on, y'all. And as long as we keep fooling ourselves like I was doing, call even acting as a stylist, which means you're doing the same thing that you was taught to do on them mannequins. And I'm not going to say that it don't work. I did it. I used conditioner. I used to sleep in the junk. But I clearly hadn't looked at the ingredient list. And if you care about your hair, now I know if you don't care, you're going to be like, this girl, Miss Tanya, gets on my nerves. I can't stand her. She's always talking truth. In fact, there's a lot of women don't like that. My own mama don't like the truth. She don't like nothing positive. You know, she likes to drink beer every day. She thinks that that's healthy. She thinks that that keeps, she's super unhealthy and she thinks the beer keeps her healthy. Every time we discuss a lie, she thinks it's the truth. And I realize that's a choice in the brain. That's why with my holistic mental wellness, y'all see this? Now, do you fold this? Now, if you care, you know, like I do. I have to start being clear, like I do. If you want to make the money, I make it like I do. If you want to have the clients booking with you like I do, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to do what I do. This type of thing gets taken out of rotation. This becomes the towel to clean the car with, you know what I'm saying? Or the kitchen with, you feel me? But the one of the things that I'm starting to get asked is, Tanya, how did you come up with your approach? How did you find the water? What made you do the scalps? What made you start trimming? Who taught you that? You know, because some people are starting to admit, like, you're right, I didn't get taught in beauty school the difference between a hair trim and a haircut, because you don't even start in the same place when you're hair cutting and your hair trimming. You don't do the same thing. You do no blunt cutting when you're hair trimming. That's when you're hair cutting. It's two totally different approaches, two totally different approaches, two totally different results. It ain't the same thing. When I train you, I'm going to level you up. I got people, I've been hair cutting for 25 years. So you don't know how to trim. You don't know how to go through the whole head and prune. I'm going to teach you how to horticulturize a head. I'm going to teach you to almost put that back in rotation. It's got to go up in the shelf because it got a hole in it. So when I mentor other stylists, because I do have them reaching out now, there are other stylists out there that's ready to level up. There are other stylists out there that see that they don't like the result. They see that, Miss Tanya, the hair just ain't flowing and flanging like yours be. Miss Tanya, I can't seem to understand why these ends is looking the way they look. And Miss Tanya, I don't understand what this white stuff is on the scalp after I've shampooed them 2 times with my fingers. I think we're upon a shift, y'all. And I'm grateful to be able to explain to y'all why I run business the way I run business and why I'm the way I am. I'm a real holistic chick. I've been holistic since I was a little girl. I used to get popped in the mouth for asking why. My mother tried to cap me and stun my growth way back years ago. Told me that asking why was disrespectful. Indian women are so weird. They come up with their own rules, their own meanings, even their own words. Like she calls Target Tarjays. That's not the name of the place, Mom. It's called Targets. You know what I'm saying? Like McDonald's, she calls that Mickey D's. Who told you, Mom, that it's called Mickey D's? She like has this own mindset and world, and she raised me like that. I don't know how this happens. I really don't. I think it's my Marcel irons that kind of burn, because I do teach how to use the towels to test the heat of the Marcel. Not no darn paper. That's what you use when you're using them thermals with a cord that you plug up. And that's another thing Facebook is confused about. They think that they was trained on in beauty school on a Marcellin stove, and I kill them when I tell them, oh, you stuck that in a stove? You carried a stove into Promisor? And they be like, what? And then they go ghost. And then they want to block me, y'all. And it's like, answer the question. Did you carry a stove in? Because a Marcel iron, you need a stove, pimping. And they think that I'm so slow. They think I'm so uneducated. And so it's funny. I'm so grateful to God that I got tough skin, because I mean, I be having my clients reading the comments and stuff, and we be laughing. They be like, dang, Tanya, because they so stuck on that beauty school approach of using conditioner. They think moisturization is how you get soft, manageable hair. My hair was never like this when I used conditioner. My hair was kinky, it was tight, it was always difficult to comb through. So of course I wasn't trying to wash it. So of course I wasn't trying to comb through it. Of course I wasn't putting my fingers through it. Of course I was trying to braid it or braid it down or cover it up. You feel me? I've done all that. I will so whoop my bangs in a heartbeat and put a ponytail up top because I couldn't figure out how to keep my hair moist. in this here dry climate. Now, it's one thing if you live in humidity. That's another thing. Real spit. I mean, you got the water in the air. You're grateful. You grow automatically, just like a tropical plant. You feel me? You put a tropical plant in some water, you ain't got to do nothing to it. It's like you girls down there in Florida. What are y'all talking about? And it's these 20 and 30-year-old girls living in humidity talking about you offering hair growth as a service. That's like telling me you're going to provide me a service to help me fart. I already fart. So hair growth is automatic when you live in a climate that possesses a humidity percentage above 70%. Automatically. But when you come here to my state or any other state that possesses less than 70% humidity, because this is something that I also teach and train on, you gotta know your humidity. Excuse me. Or else you're really not gonna know what shampoo to use. You gotta know if your tap water is hard or not. And this is stuff beauty school did not have time to go into with you. They just only provided us with the bare basics. And we only tested on a quadrant on top of that. We tested on a darn dummy, fake head, fake hair. That's I think why so many people do weave in the industry. That's what you practiced on and that's what you test. That's what you used to. I ain't used to that stuff. I'm different. I'm used to real hair. Weave is weird to me. The spaces in the wefts, that's weird. Especially when you pull it out and you look, it'd be looking like this when you're trimming a weft. That's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm different, y'all. And I decided to change the game. And I am now Colorado's premier hair and scalp restoration expert. I told the girl, what did you say? Because it's usually other people that'll give you your titles. I'm being called a hair doctor of Colorado. I'll take it. I'll take it. So what happened along my journey, y'all, is I decided that the stuff that beauty school taught me, I didn't like that. I spent all that time and I spent all that money. I went and got the license that I have held for over 20 years now. I've been behind the chair 32 years. And I just don't like a lot of stuff. And instead of just pouting about it or running to social media to find and copy something else, I decided to sit my butt down. And I started looking up the definitions of some of these words on the products that we use. And I was floored. Like, whoa, I didn't know they put that in conditioner. Do y'all know? There's a reason I'm telling us to not be fooling with no conditioner. That ain't for our hair. They put propylene glycol in conditioners. The hell? Do you all know? Y'all must not know what y'all must ain't did the research, huh? You ain't studied chemistry? Forgot the periodic table that you learned in science class in high school? Because I did. I was ditching. I remember I was like, where they go over that at? And they was like, in science class. I was like, when? And they was like, Tanya, they explained the whole entire periodic table to us when we was in high school. I was like, oh, that was the times when I was preferring to be out in the park getting drunk, drinking a 40 ounce. That's what I would prefer to do instead of going to science class. That's boring. It was turned up. It was lit. It was fun in the park. I've always been about having some fun, so I didn't get that knowledge. And I thought it was only me. But I'm seeing that it's a whole bunch of licensed individuals that do not possess any chemistry knowledge. Therefore, you're not even checking the ingredient list. You're just running up a tree, listening to what somebody else said about the product versus really taking the time to do the holistics. Man, that's dangerous. Imagine if the doctors never took the time to do any research about the surgeries that they be doing on us and the type of knives that they be using and the type and levels of sterilization and disinfection and sanitation that they have to do in the rooms. Imagine if they were still following the same basic procedures that they were taught in beauty school. We'd be jacked up. And you know it. You know we would. So I feel clients are getting jacked up because we thought, what, we're the only industry that's supposed to get out of school and keep doing the same stuff we learned in school? Listen, listen, Lindas, listen. Chefs don't be cooking the same stuff they was cooking in culinary school. They're not using the same tools and pans and crap that they was using in culinary school. They have found better. They have taken the time to use different types of knives and know which ones are the sharpest, right? To provide us with a high quality experience. We ain't imagine if we was going up into places like Ocean Prime and the chefs in the kitchen was cooking the same stuffs that they was cooking in culinary school. Wouldn't you be pissed off? Or you'd be like, oh, I'm going to support the industry. I'm going to spend my money, although this food is gross. Not me. That ain't me, y'all. You feel me? So I changed the game. I realized you can call yourself what you want. You can call yourself a stylist, a hairstylist, a hairdresser, a beautician, a professional, a practitioner. You can call yourself the homie. You can call yourself a boo, like, or boo boo. You can call yourself whatever you want in this industry. It is so ridiculously unregulated. It's ridiculous. But ain't that a trip, y'all? How they got us out here testing on mannequins and getting most of our practical hours. I mean, you lucky if a black girl coming into a beauty school to get her hair done. Not in this day and age, baby. Them white ladies will do that. They're smart. They're smart. They're like, I'm not paying my money to go to these high suites. I ain't paying no $185 to get my hair done. So they'll go to the beauty schools. Most black women ain't going to no beauty school. So you really don't get no real exposure to black hair until you get out into the industry. Boy, oh boy. Then I thought that my cosmetology kit tools was going to handle black hair. Oh man, that only worked on your mannequin hair, that weave. So if you choose to do weave when you get out of beauty school, then you rock with your beauty school tools and products. Because I have to remind so many people, I'm a silk press lord. Forget a master. Masters are still using plug-ups. I'm searching for lords. I'm a lord. I use a Marcel iron. You feel me? I need a stove for my tool. You feel me? They don't get that on Facebook. They think a Marcel plugs up into the wall. It's like, this tool ain't got no cord. You don't test with no paper when you're using a Marcel iron. You use paper when you're using that plug up called a thermal iron with a Marcel grip. Period. But it has a cord, y'all. And then folk over on Facebook, they super confused. And it's all right, because that's just going to make my classes that much more productive. So, y'all, I'm looking for somebody that want to get some money, because everybody seems like they scared to do what they see is collaborate with what they see is working. We'll collaborate with some stupid stuff like a stupid app that's misleading us about what products is good and healthy when they're all toxic and they all got chemicals in them. But we won't collaborate. Girl, honey child. Are y'all probably wondering, like, dang, she got a gang of capes? That's because every single client gets a new cape, a clean one at that. I used to hate when I would book and the cape come around me and I can smell the previous females or males cologne or perfume. That used to irk the crap out of me. That is so unsanitary and unprofessional. And I didn't even realize it. Because like I said, Dora don't be checking on us. Shoot. Don't nobody be coming in making sure that we're properly using our shears. That's crazy. Don't nobody be making us review the information that we got from basic beauty school. Never. All we do is pay a fee, y'all, every year. A renewal fee. Dora is balling out of control. They don't even do nothing. Send out a bunch of these darn, I don't know about other states, y'all, but I know they don't do nothing here in Colorado. I've never seen nobody from Dora in all my years of doing hair. I even know somebody that got reported and they still didn't come out to the location. We was all scared running around, dusting windows and stuff. You should have seen the building. That was the week that that building got a complete holistic cleansing because we thought them folks was coming. Because one girl in the solar, I was in solar salons, and I ain't gonna lie, I was in a building with a whole bunch of white girls, right? Russians, I was only brown skin. And one of her friends hated on her. I'm like, your own friend reported you? I'd be like, what kind of friends you got? Like, you don't want to fight her? Anyway, ugh, the girl went to Dora and reported her. So Dora handled her with letters. They never came to the location. That's crazy. Told her what she got violated for, told her in the next letter what she needed to correct and how long she had to correct it. And then the next letter, oh, and then threatened her how much she was going to get fined if she didn't correct it. And then sent a letter and made her respond digitally. And this was before COVID, mind you. So it wasn't no problems. You know what I'm saying? Just digitally, right? Like, what if I'm lying, Dora? What if I ain't changed nothing? You know? And they went away. They never came. That was the year that we all learned about a shop registration. Hmm. Beauty school didn't tell me about that. What's a shop registration? Because I didn't know. I thought I just only had to have my license and my retail sales tax license because, I sells that product. I didn't know about no shop license. If you in a private suite, ladies and gentlemen, you better go get you a shop registration with Dora that allows you to do business in someone else's shop. Ooh, didn't know that. Like, so if somebody happens to go complain on you and call Dora up on you for removing an inch when they ask for a trim, because you don't remove an inch when the person asks for a trim. Listen, y'all, when y'all hear that word, that means the client does not want to leave noticeably shorter. Let's start asking for clarity. Like, why are you using that word trim? That means I'm going to take this much off, client. Some of us going to be like, oh, no, then I'm cool. Dang, don't mean you're going to lose the client, y'all. Dang. Just means that you're a professional and you care enough to give your clients an option. Like what you want to do. Not everybody wants to leave the shop in the salon with shorter hair. I don't. I ain't never signed up for a cut. I've always said trim, but I've always left noticeably shorter. When in reality, she should have just said, Tanya, I don't know how to trim. That's all right. I still probably would have let you shampoo, blow dry me, and flat iron me. I can go to somebody else. I had to teach my daughter how to trim because I just couldn't find nobody. So this is why now I decided, let me come with this training. Let me come with the full holistic alternative solution. I just told a stylist that reached out to me yesterday, you don't need no license to do what I do. I'm not teaching you how to haircut. I'm not teaching you how to hair color, especially with no bleach. We ain't doing none of that. I'm not teaching you how to chemically alter. You will not touch no protein, no relaxers, and you ain't inhaling that stinky, funky keratin treatments. Everybody act like that stuff don't stink. I can't stand when they're doing that in the building. And then they got that sorry machine that don't do nothing. Think that it's sucking all them fumes. That stuff be coming through the whole building. I could probably file a claim, a lawsuit, and I'd probably win because I'm forced to inhale them fumes in the building. Even my clients are subjected to them fumes. That's like inhaling gasoline. Keratin, y'all don't understand what y'all exposing yourselves to. Y'all so busy accessing stuff. That is formaldehyde. Do y'all know what formaldehyde is? Huh? It's embalming fluid, y'all. Why would you want that anywhere near your living body? But so many so busy just copycatting. Okay, she said do this, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I saw her do that, I'm gonna do that. You ain't looked at the ingredient list? Hold up, you ain't did the research. You just gonna use some stuff and it stinks? Like rice water. Rice water is the funkiest water. That's worse than poop water. Woo, have y'all smelled rice water? Because I tried that too and it had my hair feeling crazy. So it's like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like my new capes? I got my branding capes done. I'm very proud of my brand. I'm very proud of my mindset. I'm proud of my strength. I'm proud of not being afraid and scared to change. I'm proud of not being scared to research. I'm proud of not being scared to take the time to read. I'm proud of not being scared to level up. I'm not scared to want more. I'm not scared to make some more money. I'm not scared to change my clothes. I'm not scared to change the way I talk. I'm not scared to change the products I use. Shoot, I don't use nothing beauty school trained me to use. I don't use none of the tools beauty school trained me to use. I've changed the game. I've created us a hair heaven. My hair is fuller than it's ever been. I don't care if it ever gets longer. It's full. That's what we want. I don't care if you long or short. You want full, longer, short hair. And there's a lot of people got thin short hair and they got thin long hair. I got the total solution for both those behind the chair as well as those in the chair. That's what my book is all about. Yes, I've wrote a book too. Uh-oh. Brown skin doing all this. I'm not supposed to. They said I'm supposed to be a white girl coming with a product that really works. I'm supposed to be a white girl having chemistry knowledge. I'm supposed to be a white girl. And I'm like, okay, dang, that's crazy. But I'm truly anointed then, huh? Because in addition to having all this knowledge, I'm sharing it. Because my own mother told me not to share nothing with y'all. My mother said, if I share what I know with y'all, I'm never going to have anything in life. She told me and taught me, you got to be selfish in this world, Tanya. And I said, Mama, why? Why do you want me to be stingy and selfish? She said, because God damn it, Tanya, you're never going to have anything if you share your shit. And those were her exact words. Now, mind you, my mother was a sibling. She had two sisters, so I guess she was mad about sharing, because to this day, my mom's stingier than all outdoors. Can't stand sharing what she got. That ain't me. So you see, I've been holistic since 2. I've been wondering, why is there so much hair in the brush? That's not normal. Why is there an odor after I silk press her? That's not normal. Why is there so much smoke in the room when I blow her hair out? What is wrong with this blow dryer? It ain't the blow dryer, it's the hair. Why? Why? So I'm different, and I'm looking for someone. I just thought I was going to talk to a Mr. Adam today, but everyone is so busy. So I'm going to just keep making this money, because eventually God going to send me the right person to collaborate with me. What does that mean? I don't want no partner. I ain't stupid. I don't want to do no partnership. You can't have no percentages of what I got, but we can collaborate. If you have like exceptional high-end and professional event coordination skills, we need to collaborate, because I'm not paying you nothing out my pocket, but we can collaborate, and I'll split profits with you on the event pre-sale, mind you, ticket sales. I have a full press release. Do you know how many stylists do not have a press release kit established for their brand? I didn't spend so much money for my brand, it's ridiculous, and now I'm ready to give back. Denzel Washington said, the first part of your life, you learn. I did that. Second part of your life, you earn. I never even asked to be a six-figure chick. Shoot. I was proud when I was making $5,000 a month, because I remember the days when I was only making about $2,000 a month doing hair. So I've surpassed my own goals, y'all. I'm so grateful to God, it's ridiculous. I never thought that I'd only be offering 2 services, not doing no braiding, no extensions, no hair coloring. I mean, I might do some of that stuff, but you can't book it with me. Beauty school taught me to have 55 services on the menu. And I'm at averaging 10,000. Anybody want to see the numbers? I can show you. I have no problems showing and proving. That's what holistics is all about. Making it make sense by showing you what I'm saying, right? It's all about finding the alternative solution. Holistics is all about looking at everything that involves this issue. So when it comes to blow dryers, I've tried over 15 different blow dryers, and most of them suck. They're pretty, they're expensive, but they suck. I'm into effectiveness, efficiency. I'm different. I'm 50. Maybe if I was still 20 and 30, I'd be into some pretty stuff. That's popular. No, 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 no. See, fooling with me, I'm going to redirect you into properness. I'm going to redirect you into knowledge. I'm going to redirect you into betterness. I just told somebody yesterday, I was like, you got to have tough skin if you really want to be a mentor. You can't be all in your feelings, mad because somebody else is getting it too. I have a mentor here in Denver, Colorado. Shout out to Miss Shawnee. She's in Park Hill. She works from home. She don't even have a salon. She ain't licensed, getting it. I've positioned her properly. When you go to her Google page, because she didn't even know how to start to get a Google listing, because beauty school don't teach you that either. But she be learning a whole bunch of stuff having me as her mentor, because I've mastered the styling and stylist game. And I know now how to level up. I know how to reposition ourselves. I know how to rename ourselves. I know how to readjust our tools. I know how to readjust our skill sets, our mindsets, our approach, our menus, everything. That'll have strangers looking at you like, oh, 185 is fine. Oh my God. You know how many clients book with me, y'all? Especially these women from Houston coming all the way to Denver just to get scalp detoxing and a hydration silk press. I didn't know that clients, y'all be flying out y'all's community. Like, why? Why would you fly? The why. That's the uncomfortable part about life that sensitive people don't want to discuss. My mom don't like the whys in life. Why you drink beer every day? Why do you keep starting your clients late? And every single time you late? Why? Why you keep doing that? And that's not nothing to get sensitive behind, y'all. We're all adults. I love my hair. We're all adults. So it's like, why you keep doing it? That's another reason I don't like going to the doctor's office. I don't like how they be tricking you by coming to get you from the lobby, and then they take you and weigh you and then go sit you in a room for an hour. That used to not be me. I used to be outside the hallway like, excuse me. Like, have y'all forgot about me? Like, I could have been down in the cafeteria eating or something. I can't stand that. Even being a client of Denver, it was like expected to be started late every time. Oh no. Uh-huh. 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 Oh no, no, no. I see why so many women at home doing their own hair, because some of us, we respect our time. And we respect our money. Shoot. Shoot. So yes, I have a lot of capes because every client gets a new cape. I do this many clients in a week. And mind you, this ain't all week. This is 2 days worth. I do 10 clients in 2 days. I do 5 clients on Thursdays. I do 5 clients on Fridays. And then I do about 2, 3 on Saturdays because my ass be tired. I don't know franchise chains because I did the research. I've been looking into all kind of businesses here in Denver. Not pushing the volume, I'm pushing by myself. I only got 1 chair and it's just me by myself. And I'm doing 13 to 15 clients between Thursday and Saturday. Getting it. Me and my daughter, we lift. You know what I'm saying? But I don't be showing that stuff. I don't want to flex on this here body. Boy, I better not see Tanya doing them booty pics like my daughter be doing. I'd really be getting a lot of attention. Shoot. But y'all know I'm about to go over these comments, so keep them flowing. Have y'all liked the live? Have I spoken some truth today? Even though it ain't Sunday, can I get an amen? Or are you still wanting to moisturize your hair? You're like, forget that. I'm going to keep doing what I see is not working. I don't care that I can't send my fingers through my hair without snagging. I am not ready to change, Tanya. I'm going to keep doing what beauty school told me to do, damn it. Although I can tell and I can see that clients ain't really booking with me no more. I can kind of tell and see that some of my clients done went ghost, like, where'd she go? They might be with me. I had to tell somebody, your client ain't lost. She know you got openings. She got the link. She got options. She done messed around and booked with Miss Tanya, and now she's stuck. She ain't coming back. I call it my dugout. Like, you can go spit sunflower seeds now with the rest of my tribe, because you'll never struggle with your hair ever again, not falling out. Yeah. Then I got this little bag situation that I put all my stuff in because it's so easy to carry. Because I be having the bottles of water, my water to go take, and the towels and the capes, and it be kind of heavy. And I'm such a holistic woman that I'm never doing my capes and towels at the modern salons. Them dryers and them wash machines be filthy. I clean mines. You know what I'm saying? Plus, when you choose to wash your towels and your capes in the private salon suite at your building, you're subjecting your salons and your capes, because you know it ain't getting it all off. You still got hair on your towels, and it's all kind of other people's clients' hair. At least these are all my clients. This is holistic hairs. We don't do oil and conditioner and heat protectant, edge controls and gels. We don't do none of that. So we don't have all that cross contamination. But I don't do my towels there. Plus, I would flip out if one of them girls touched my towels and capes and throwing them into a chair. Do you know how unsanitary that is? They don't understand what they be doing in there. I used to run the commissary when I was in beauty school. And to take towels, clean, sanitized towels out the dryer, and now you've placed them in the chair, the break room chair at that never gets cleaned. Dang, girl, you in here trying to be all controlling and stuff. Leave these people's stuff alone. Go get her, is what you do. You don't take her stuff out the dryer and then recontaminate it by putting it in the chair. You go get her if you need the dryer. You feel me? Or do them at home. Jesus. See, I use the same products on all my clients, so I know exactly what's on my towels and capes. And so many things I do different, y'all. And I'm so grateful, because now that I done made it to 50 years old, clients is cool with the different. Clients is like, okay, fine, Miss Tanya, scratch my scalp. They're like, okay, fine, Miss Tanya, I can't cancel within 24 hours. Are you going to charge me 50%? Surely am. They be like, okay, Miss Tanya, dang, I'll pay you 185. And I'm asking them, why? Why you come back? Why you book with me? And they're like, cause Tanya, you just different. You give me a different result. You run different business. You got different products. You got different tools. That's how you get it in this industry, y'all. You don't get it by being exactly like somebody else. You don't get it by being like everybody else. You don't get it by doing what everybody else is doing. You got to search. You got to get out here in these streets and strap up and suit up, and you got to get it. You got to get in these. Some of y'all wouldn't even understand the lingo that I'm using. But you got to get in these gutters, and you got to not be afraid to get dirty. You got to not be afraid to fall and get you a couple scars. You got to be not afraid to limp and get hurt a few times. You got to not be afraid to lose some money. I done been broke a gang of times, done folded a gang of times. But you got to be a certain type of woman to get up here with me. And now somebody made me embrace my level. I am the only one in the world, not just this little old Denver, Colorado that I'm in, the world, doing hair the way I do hair. I got people flying in now. I got somebody just drove from North Dakota. That's uncomfortable. And she's excited. And she's like, gladly, she told me, I ain't got nothing else to do. And she was like, I got my money together now, because that's one thing that's about us 50-year-olds. We got our lives, we got our shit together. Most of us don't got no more minors. So we ain't got no kids distracting us, Most of us got our bread together. You know what I'm saying? Our money. That means money. So driving from North Dakota, have a doctor. I think she was testing me. And now she's stuck here and don't want to move back to Chicago because she's scared her hair is going to go back to feeling the way it was feeling when she was following the moisturization beauty school approach. I see you. You ain't ready, part two. That's who I'm looking for, and that's what's going to have to be spoken. Are you scared? That's going to be my type of interview. You know what I'm saying? God has revealed to me, oh, what I do, it ain't for everybody. It ain't for just any old body. You got to have certain type of life skills at the gate. Are you disciplined? Are you cool with doing hair for free? Because if you're not, this ain't for you. That part. It ain't for you. I promise you. There's certain requirements that you gotta have to be a holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner. You can't be lazy. You can't be late showing up to your own sessions without at least letting your participant know that you're running late before the session time. You got to manage your personal life. You can't keep making up a bunch of reasons and excuses. Oh, I was busy. No, 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 no. That's not how a holistic woman gets down. A holistic woman schedules everything so that response is never spoken. I was busy. No, I forgot to put that on my calendar. Pardon me, right? Please forgive me. Because you never say you sorry. Not when I coach you. Not, oh, excuse me, mentor you. I'm not a coach. I am a mentor. I'm about to get off of here too. Can y'all like this live for me, please? Look, I'll do some things for you. I know how to do the little heart. Please, just like the live for Miss Tanya, because I'm ready. I'm now ready. I've mastered styling for Denver, Colorado. I'm taking us on a whole nother mountaintop that I'm calling the holistic approach for your hair, skin, and nails. I sell my amazing My Water Beauty solution on the link in the description. You can also book my amazing 2 services that I created myself. Beauty school did not train me or teach me how to offer nor create the services, the onboarding, the seamless booking flow that I have for these high-end women that tell me $185 is not enough money. They leaving $40 tips. They dropping $220 per client. Yeah, I remember it used to take me all day to make $220 doing natural styles. And now I make that per client, and I do 5 of them a day. Listen, it's a choice. You can choose to remain calling yourself and wearing street clothes and putting on an apron, or not putting on an apron and just wearing street clothes. Hey, I wear scrubs. That's what I'm going to inspire you to do, because once you do, that automatically increases your value because you look automatically like a professional. I did that research. I asked over 100 women who looks more professional, somebody that has on a kitchen apron or somebody that has on scrubs. They all said scrubs. So image does matter. You could be the baddest chick on the block with your skills, but if you don't look right, I'm not fooling with you. You feel me? I'm about to get off here, y'all. I want to thank y'all for taking time out y'all's day to listen to Miss Tanya ramble about the things that I now have found that are great, that are anointed, that are appointed for those that care. Now, you got to not just care, you got to care about your hair to fool with me. You got to not be scared. You got to be tough. You got to have tough skin. You can't be lazy. You can't be unmotivated. You got to be disciplined. And if that's you, oh, we can work together. I'm going to level you up. I'm going to pull you up here easily and quickly because I know how to do it. I did it. Did it for my daughter. My daughter offers holistic hair care. She earns $185. She ain't never been to beauty school. That hurts. That hurts. But it also proves that what I do is effective no matter who you are. I've created a formula. A formula. That means there's specific steps that must be followed, just like an equation. And no matter who works the problem, y'all, no matter who works the equation, if you follow the steps set forth by your Lord, everyone is going to get the same result. This is why I struggled in high school with algebra. Never got past algebra, pre-algebra at that. I had to graduate from high school. I had to go backwards and do some dumb math. They had to make up some math courses just to give me my math credits because I didn't want to follow the damn steps. I didn't respect process. So many younger people so disrespectful to process that I'm gonna help you to respect it and to understand it that you ain't never gonna get to the finish line if you keep breaking the rules and not following the steps set forth, my gods. This shit about to get so real and so uncomfortable that they better come and give me secure the bag, and I need like 5.2 billion for my brand and my product. I'm not playing. I got 3 kids and 2 grandbabies, so I need 5.2 billion. Anyone can reach me. I'm like Tupac. I ain't hard to find. Um, if you really want to find me, I'm not hard to find. Google me. Any real professional business has a Google business listing. Facts. And within that Google business listing, you're going to find photos of the person's work. You're going to find business information like address, hours of operation. What else is on my link? Booking links, directions, seamless booking process. I love it. I love it. I love this higher level of lifestyle I'm living. I'll never go back to driving the kind of cars. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't never gonna get no $712 car note ever again. I was just proving to myself that I could afford it. Because I was like, yeah, God, I really did do this. We did this. Excuse me. We did this, Heavenly Father. We created a brand new hair care revolution and evolution that I've named the holistic approach for your hair, skin, and nails by use of the amazing My Water Beauty solution that I discovered back in 2018 that has completely transitioned my career and repositioned me as Colorado's hydration expert. So I get it. Some of y'all might be scared of it. I get it. It's cool. You can keep styling. There's levels to everything. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that will only hold a GED. That is a general educational diploma. That means you only got the bare basics. That ain't nothing compared to these women got these PhDs. There's levels, and you can't see that woman with that PhD if you only got a GED. You feel me? That's facts. Now that might hurt because I only got a GED. I didn't go to college. But I had to suck that one up too. And once you suck it up and you swallow some truth, ooh, 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 you get better. Ooh, you get better and 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 better. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Stylist, get at me. It's not up to me to reach you. You need to reach me. But in my link, I got the free 30-minute free consultation with me so that I can find out if you're sensitive or not, because I have certain questions that I'm going to ask you because I don't have no time to waste. Everybody is not for me, and what I do ain't for everybody. So I have questions, just like the clients. I tell them every client ain't for me. I got to make sure that you're not about to waste my time. And I'm making sure you're not wasting your money either. So you're safe with me. Let's do things properly and let's follow process, which is the proper way to grow and elevate. And if it worked for me, a jailbird, a felon, two-time felon at that, a divorced woman, homeless person, a suicide committer, alcoholic, pill addiction, overweight, unhealthy. If I overcame all that and figured out how to make a client book with you every 14 days paying $185, you do the math and you contact me if you really want it, because anybody can get it. There's a man that says that on IG. He drops his shit and then he'd be like, now, anybody can get it. And that's facts. You don't need a beauty license. Dora don't regulate me. Dora regulates beauty school. So I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great, beautiful Monday, and I'll see y'all next week. I'm trying to go live Sunday. Yesterday was Father's Day, and I did the most. We went to the casino because I kicks it with my dad. But let me get up off here. And again, love you. Please like the live, share it, watch it again. You feel me? Send it to your daughters, send it to your grandmothers. Because you know people that care about their hair. It's not a lot of us, but it's a lot of us. And if that's you, you need Miss Tanya in your life. All right, y'all. Deuces. Love ya.